Hi, welcome to this tutorial where I will show you how I created an automation with n8n, right? That allows me to create a daily animation from a Google Sheet where I have my prompts and I have what I want those animations to be. And then I use the Mathify API to create animations like this every day. And I have this set up for months in advance. So I work hard a few days and then the content is already set up to be not just posted, but also created daily a few times a day with the Mathify API. And then I just review the ones I like, and then I sort of like schedule them here to be posted, right? But from this sheet, I create them. And then from this other sheet, I set them up to be posted, right? At a certain time, at a certain day. So why would you want to do this? So for certain math concepts that people enjoy viewing, let's see, for example, like Fourier API cycles, you can create an animation like this one. This one got over 1,000 views. So you can check out my channel for yourself. Let's start performing this really well. So Matthew does drew a cactus, right? Fourier API cycle. It's animation. There are another ones that are nice, right? Like this one of a butterfly. The Mathify API also loves music, right? And how are these created again? So from the Google Sheet here. Oh, what did I just do? So here you can see, for example, in this sheet of prompts, if I type butterfly, this is the kind of prompt that I used. Fourier API cycles drawing a butterfly, create a vertical 9:16 TikTok shorts Mathify animation showing Fourier API cycles reconstructing a going butterfly. And then I just create these prompts with ChatGPT, put them here, set them up as pending. Like if we keep going down below, as you can see, I have many here. Right? So, oh my goodness, this is confusing. So these ones have not been animated yet, but when the time comes, and every day a few of them are animated, you will see here, like, they will say done, right? Like these ones are done, right? So yeah, so how does that happen? So there's this like daily animation from Sheet workflow, which I will share with you, so that you can import it, right? That has all the steps, right? So for example, you need the Mathify API key, the Mathify base URL, and the Google Sheet ID that you will use, and you need a sheet named prompt here with these headers: prompt, status, project ID, fragment ID, because then the workflow uses these values, right? So prompt, status, project IDs, and you will see, you just need to have a sheet with these values, right? These instructions are going to be here in the workflow that I'm going to link below in the description of the video. So how to queue the animation, you need to set it up to be pending, and when the day comes, it will be set up in progress and then done, right? So daily at 9 a.m. But I think eventually I put it also at 3 p.m. and 9 p.m., right? But you can modify this a little bit, however you want. But originally I had it just for daily at 9 a.m. Then you get the sheet, the rows sheet, right? Get sheet rows from the prompt, right? By this Google Sheet ID, which I don't care if you Sheet ID, whatever. It's restricted, obviously. You will have to create your own sheet for yourself. Filter the ones that are pending. Take the first prompt, mark in progress, create a project with the Mathify API, right? In case you're not familiar, you go to mathify.dev. Like you go here to mathify.dev, click on API, and then you will land here. Okay. So that's about it. Then create the project, send the prompt, save IDs to sheet. So the IDs are going to be saved, the project ID, the fragment ID, and wait 60 seconds. You poll here how the thing is going. And then when it is finally the animation is ready, there's a condition here. The animation URL is not empty. You're going to get the signed URL. Then you're going to poll for the evals, which run afterwards automatically. By the way, the evals are set up here, right? Because there's like the evals, the rubric score, the math score. You can learn more about the evals in the documentation. But basically, there are some evals here, right? But usually I review myself the output and just judge it whether I like it or not. Right? Then apply the music. It applies a music track at random. Then when the music is applied, mark as done. And what's the result? So let's see. So I'm going to check out, let's see. My goodness, this is like, I've done it a lot, as you can see. Like this automation is really amazing for marketing. So fragments ID, but you can use it to grow your content too, very well. So I use the fragments ID, and then I can go to for example, share here, like share / and the fragment ID. And we're going to see this one, right? Let's see. It's drawing a well, I kind of like it. There's a better one. Yeah, let's see. There's like the fragment ID. I'm going to Mathify here. No. Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, you can see Fourier API cycles here. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, I was worried this when I went from here, but we showed the cycles. Fourier API cycles, which is fine. Yeah. So that's what I like. So I'm going to take this fragment ID, and then I'm going to go to the scheduler. This is based on another workflow in n8n. I put ID here, then I create this link, API video, which is a direct video, right? It gives you the direct video as a signed URL, right? So yeah, good enough. So then I go to the prompts and choose a title. I like to do this 4 RP cycles reconstructing a guitar because I like it. Then I set it up to be a YouTube short that is going to be posted on September 1. You can check if that actually happened by that time. I'm filming this in early August. So you can see I have here a whole month. My goal is to have more than a year of scheduled YouTube shorts, which post not only to YouTube, they post to TikTok as well. And how do I do that? Well, that's with this workflow, which is a social media post scheduler, right? So 4 times, it reviews the sheet 4 times a day, but basically it checks if it already passed. For example, like if it's greater than 6 a.m. at the time it checks the sheet, then it basically posts it, right? It's going to post it. So that's what it does. Filter to posts, short or landscape. Right now I haven't implemented landscape here, but I will do that in the future. I will still share this with you. Because like this is cute, right? It's not implemented yet. So this really only works for shorts, but that's fine. You can change this, right? But it's working for me. So basically it initiates the YouTube post with the YouTube API, which is better than actually using the native n8n connector for YouTube. Believe me when I tell you that, because there are no limits on the size of the video and things like that. It's just better if you know how to actually do it with the actual post. Right, Google APIs to upload a post. If you want to learn how to set up the credential for YouTube and how to do it like this, I recommend you check out, I think this is the video that I used to learn how to use the YouTube API on n8n via HTTP requests. So I'm going to link this video right now in this moment in my own video, right? I'm going to put it on the screen so that you can check it out. And I think this is the video that I used to figure out how to actually do the authentication stuff, right? Connecting YouTube to the auth stuff, right? And the Google Cloud Console stuff, the API credentials. This is the video I used to figure that out. But this is the one I think that I used for figuring out how to do the HTTP request, and this guy talks about why that's probably better. It's a good video. Most people use the n8n native YouTube thing, but I'm not a fan of it. I think it's not as... It has some restrictions. It's more flexible to learn how to do it with the HTTP API. Bare bones, right? So, here. Initiate YouTube upload, download video for YouTube. It actually basically downloads the video from here first, right? Downloads the video from here, and then uploads the device to YouTube, right? It's like a 3-step process. Then it also appends the TikTok to a TikTok sheet. To post to TikTok, it's a little more involved. I do it via Buffer, but I do it via Zapier. Why? Because I learned from this guy. So this guy has like how to post to TikTok with n8n, and basically you need to use the Buffer API right now. It's only available via Zapier, right? But I think Buffer recently released the API properly, and I think you probably can do it via the API in n8n. I will do that in the future, but right now I do it via Zapier because it connects it for you, basically. So you can use the Buffer API via Zapier very comfortably, like this. So you will have a wheel sheet that when a new sheet is appended, a new row is appended to it, it's going to add to the Buffer queue, right? And you configure it. You just configure anything you need to configure here, right? It's very simple. So it's just these two nodes, the wheel sheet and the Buffer thing. And you learn how to do that from this video, how to post to TikTok with n8n. And I think he named the n8n to Zapier to Buffer to TikTok sheet the same way as I did. So there's the video URL and the title. I don't touch this sheet manually, again. The workflow touches the sheet because when it appends to this sheet, it's basically going to post to TikTok within 15 minutes. Zapier is a little slow, so don't be surprised if that happens. And so that's how it happens, right? I only worry about this sheet. This is the one where I put the stuff here, and then n8n takes care of the rest. Okay, it appends to this place, which basically means to post to TikTok. Right. So one thing to tell you is that once it posts to either of them, it's going to mark it as posted. I think I'm going to modify this in the future so that the post status is specific to a specific channel, right? Posted to YouTube or posted to TikTok. So it probably should be more, there should be more columns here. I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to do something like this, like TikTok for RP cycles account, and I'm going to have posted, right? Or something like that, or a boolean that means true, right? Right now this doesn't matter. It's just something that I'm thinking about doing. But it works. It has never really failed. Like every time it says posted, it's because it worked. Unless there's a mistake, like a typo here in the link or something, then both of them fails, and it's not going to say posted, but that's the whole point of it, right? Yeah, so it's a simple workflow. Again, it has been amazing to maximize my productivity, and I don't need to create the animations all in a row, all in a sudden. because animations on Mathify take a few minutes, right, sometimes to create, and it would be very slow for me to create them like one by one, especially if I want to create hundreds of them. So what I ended up doing is creating these long list of prompts. ChatGPT can help you to create the prompts, and you basically just wait for them to be created across days and weeks and months. And then once a month or something like that, I add the ones that I like to this. And my goal is to sort of like in a few weeks or months to be like having a list here that is for the next 2 years or something like that. And then I just forget about it. And it does the marketing for me, which is again very effective because as you can see here, these shorts are good looking and they're performing well. And they're just basically some nice math geometry showing you how beautiful math is, right? And this is how you can grow your channel, right? And I can create more stuff like equations and stuff like that, which I'm thinking about and I will be doing. And then add the prompts here and just wait for them to be created without me even thinking about it, which is a great time saver. It's leverage. Automations give you leverage. Maximizers of productivity like 100 times or 1,000 times. So if you have any questions, if you have any ideas, let me know below. I will be using this myself and I want to expand to other channels like Instagram and Facebook Reels and Twitter, etc. So maybe I'm going to grow this. In the future, I may show you as well how I actually create these prompts automatically. So I created a lot of them with ChatGPT eventually. I sort of like created a meta prompt that sort of like tells it how to create prompts about photo therapy cycles and how to actually make sure that the topics are not repeated, right? So here I have like the list of topics. And so I have an AI literally appending prompts here automatically. I want to create like 700 prompts of photo therapy cycles. And it's creating them for me, right? I don't even need to sit down and think about the topics. Like the topics are just here. And then I check out what it is doing, right? Which is fun stuff like cactuses and what else, and butterflies and music and cats and whatever. I just do it like that. And eventually I want to do it about equations and equations in economics, equations in chemistry, and a lot of different fields without me actually sitting down here to write 100 prompts. But that's like an optimization. I may show you how to do that in the future. But you can just sit down one afternoon with ChatGPT and create a lot of prompts here, and that's fine. Maybe that has a lot of advantages. You verify the prompts yourself, and then you just wait for weeks to see the API creating them once a day and just review them later. So that's the idea. What else? I think that's it. So again, if you have any questions, I'm excited about how you can use this API for different purposes. Again, small lessons, algebra, arithmetic, equations, or anything really. You can also imitate this and let me know how it goes, the photo physical stuff. You can see here. I will add perhaps in the description an example, in one comment, an example of the one of the butterfly, right? So you can create one with Mathify similar to this one of the butterfly that you see here, right? Okay, so thank you for watching, and I look forward for your comments. Thanks.